Connie Francis.
Here, Sergeant.
Mitchell Ayers.
Here, Sergeant.
Then it's all present and accounted for in the National Guard Armory. So let's go to town. And just look at those guardsmen jump and stamp and thump the bleachers, will you, Connie? They certainly must be enthusiastic.
Either that or they're cold.
Oh, come on now, Connie. Don't you know you're the National Guard Singing Star of the Month? And they're wild about you? Why, it's a clear case of love at third sight.
Well, I'd say infatuation.
No, love.
I'd still say infatuation.
Love.
Well, if I can't say it, can I at least sing it?
I surrender. Mitchell Ayers, if you're ready to oblige with the National Guard Band of the Month, our infatuation scene is ready to begin.
Tell me your love is true, like I love you. Too many times romantic words are spoken. Too many words of love are said in vain. Too many times a foolish heart is broken and left with just a memory for a token. How do I know that you won't hurt me too? Do you love me the way you kiss me, 'cause you kiss me like you love me? Do you mean everything you say, and do you say everything you mean? Come te la giudicano una cosa che la non è per te, che lei non pesa. Appena dico bella più una rosa, di porto vecchio chiagneranno scusa. Ma senti a me che non è cosa. Tu babbiondo si troppo onesto che le note per l'uomo si sta. Allontana da sta maestra cade piede per gli mamma. Non ho vita che dare passo, te ciangio cucendo mosa. Tu fa credere putta la sotto e fa perdere la libertà. Do you love me the way you hold me, 'cause you hold me like you love me? Is it only a lovely dream, or can I dream of a wedding
Great, Connie. Just fine. I tell you, your dad sure knew what he was doing the day he entered you in that amateur hour at Olympic Park in Irvington, New Jersey, and you played Oh Solo Mio.
Hey, now, who's been talking?
Oh, you know how word gets around.
But that was years ago. What I mean is, I was only 4 years old at the time.
I see. But not a minute too soon to start thinking about a girl's future.
A song to sing, and then a kiss, but more than this, I wish you love. And in July, a lemonade to cool you in some leafy glade. I wish you health and more than wealth. I wish you love. My aching heart and I agree, you and I could never be. So with my best, I set you free. I wish you shelter from the storm, a cozy fire to keep you warm, but most of all, when snowflakes fall, I wish you love. I wish you shelter from the storm, a cozy fire to keep you warm, but most of all, when snowflakes fall, I wish you love.
Just listen to them applaud, Connie. They just don't want the music to stop.
Then why should it? Mitch tells me he has a veritable musical gem coming up on the music stand.
Might I guess Bijou?
No, but you're shopping at the right counter at Woolworth, Sergeant. It's String of Pearls.
Thanks, Mitch. And that gets filed in our musical memory book under P for Perfect Pearl. Say, have you ever experienced anything as thrilling as that last chorus, Connie?
Well, yes, actually. The time I dreamed I was marooned in the middle of a raging flood.
Yeah?
And suddenly through the storm, who should I see swimming towards me but Mitchell Ayers.
The sky was blue, high above. Moon was new, so was love. While this eager heart of mine was singing, lover, where can you be? You came at last. Love had its day. That day is past, 'cause you've gone away. And while this aching heart of mine was singing, lover, come back to me. I remember every little thing you used to do, and I'm lonely. Every road gets rougher, lonelier and tougher. With hope you burn up. Tomorrow he may turn up. There's just no let up. The live long night and
What's it going to be, Connie?
Well, nothing personal, but could we try Stupid Cupid?
Hey, Stupid Cupid, you're a real mean guy. I'd like to clip your wings so you can't fly. 'Cause I'm in love and it's a crying shame. And I know that you're the one to blame. Hey, hey, set me free. Stupid Cupid, stop picking on me. I can't do my homework and I can't think straight. I meet 'em every morning about 8:30. I'm acting like a lovesick fool. You've even got me carrying his book to school. Hey, hey, set me free. Stupid Cupid, stop picking on me. You mixed me up but good right from the very start. Hey now, go play Robin Hood with somebody else's heart. You got me jumping like a crazy clown, and I don't feature what you're putting down. 'Cause since I kissed his loving lips and wine, the thing that bothers me is that I like it fine. Hey, hey, set me free. Stupid Cupid, stop picking on me. You got me jumping like a crazy clown, and I don't feature what you're putting down. 'Cause since I kissed his loving lips and wine, the thing that bothers me is that I like it fine. Hey, hey, set me free. Stupid Cupid, stop picking on me. Hey, hey, set me free. Stupid Cupid, stop picking on me. Yeah.
Well, that's what you'd call a rousing finale, Connie, if it were a finale. Makes a great opener, too. Lipstick on your collar?
When you left me all alone at the record hop, told me you were going out for a soda pop. Well, you were gone for quite a while, half an hour or more. You came back and man, oh man, this is what I saw. Lipstick on your collar, I told a tale on you. A lipstick on your collar, I said you were untrue. Bet your bottom dollar, you and I are through. 'Cause lipstick on your collar, I told a tale on you. You said it belonged to me, made me stop and think. And then I noticed yours was red, mine was baby pink. Who walked in but Mary Jane? Lipstick all a mess. Were you smooching my best friend? Yes, the answer's yes. Lipstick on your collar, I told a tale on you. A lipstick on your collar, I said you were untrue. Bet your bottom dollar, you and I are through. 'Cause lipstick on your collar, I told a tale on you.
with hardly a pause to allow Miss Frances to curtsy prettily and retire behind a howitzer, Mitchell Ayers and our National Guard Band of the Month launch into Stompin'. Well, all that stomping sure shook the old armory right down to rock bed, Mitch. That's one of yours, isn't it? A Mitchell melody?
That's right, Sarge.
Why not call it an Ayers air?
My words, Miss Frances, exactly.
Who's sorry now? Who's sorry now? Whose heart is aching for breaking each vow? Who's sad and blue? Who's crying too? Just like I cried over you. Right to the end, just like a friend. I tried to warn you somehow, but you had your way, and now you must pay. I'm glad that you're sorry now. now.
Come on, float on down, Mitch. Connie Francis needs you. Don't you, Connie?
Yes, indeed.
Is that confirmation or the title of your song, Connie?
Both, Sergeant. Saves wear and tear all around.
You will shout when it hits you, yes indeed. You're gonna shout when it hits you, yes indeed. When that spirit moves you, you're gonna shout hallelujah. You're gonna holler when it hits you, yes indeed. Amen. 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 You've got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, and latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. Look down that lonesome road before you travel on. I said look up, look up, look up, look up, and start to seek your maker before Gabriel blows that horn. I'm weary, tough, such a load. I'm walking and trudging down that long, long, lonesome road. Look down that lonesome road before you travel on. You will shout when it hits you, yes indeed. You're gonna shout when it hits you, yes indeed. 'Cause I said when that spirit moves you, you're gonna shout hallelujah. You're gonna holler when it hits you, yes indeed. You're gonna wail when it hits you, yes indeed. Yeah, you're gonna wail when it hits you, yes indeed. Yes, I said when that spirit moves you, you're gonna shout hallelujah. You're gonna holler when it hits you, yes indeed.
Well, you've got our vote, Connie. Anytime you want to run for Connie Francis, girl president, we're on your team.
I'm plugging for Chester Arthur myself. There's no bester than Chester. That's our motto.
Now, Connie, I bet you don't even know who Chester Arthur was.
Well, of course I do. He was a president of the United States.
There's no such thing as the next best thing to love. No substitute or facsimile thereof. Just try and do without it. Go see how far you get. Why don't we face it? What can replace it? Nothing they've thought of yet. There is no such thing as the next best thing to love. she gave a cold hand a glove. Likewise, someone to cling to. When there's a moon above, there is no such thing as the next best thing to love. There is no such thing with the very same appeal. And nothing like when you fall in love for real. I said whether it be the real thing, this much I'm certain of. There is no such thing. There's no such thing. There is no such thing as the next best thing to love. Watch out, here comes love.
Great as per usual, Connie. And our compliments to the chef de music, Mitchell Ayers, for a discreet job of accompanying. But as our band of the month, we can't let you hide your light behind a bandstand, Mitch. What's this I hear about you're composing a number dedicated to the Gaurd?
Ah, who told you, Sarge? I was saving this sort of a surprise.
Well, the word gets around, Mitch. What's it called?
Well, it's called Swingin' the Gaurd, and it so happens I have the music with me. Okay, fellas?
The men got a large charge out of that, Mitch. Swingin' the Gaurd.
There's nothing left for me of days that used to be. They're just a memory among my souvenirs. Some letters tied in blue, a photograph or two. I see a rose from you among my souvenirs. A few more tokens rest
Dry your tears on your sleeve. Mind the hash marks now. And I'll sing you a nice, cheerful song.
Oh, you could try, I suppose.
Night and day, you are the one, only you beneath the moon and under the sun. It's a grand night for singing. The moon is flying high, and somewhere a bird who is bound to be heard is throwing his heart at the sky. It's a grand night for swinging. The stars are bright above. The earth is aglow, and to add the show, I think I'm falling in love. Falling in love. Why not? Day in, day out. That same old voodoo follows me about. When I wake with a tingle. That possibility in view. That possibility of maybe seeing you. Come rain, come shine, I'll meet you, and to me that day is fine. Then I kiss your lips, and the pounding becomes the ocean's roar. 10,000 drums. Can it really be love? Can there be any doubt? When, darling, night and day, you are the one, only you beneath the moon and under the sun. Day in,
I feel better already.
And that's me, Connie Francis, girl good neighbor.
Well, you're in good company, may I add.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above, from the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above, from the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Thank you, Connie. But now I've been noticing Mitchell Ayres shuffling through some sheet music over there by the bandstand, so we can take the hint. How about a tune for us, Mitch?
Hallelujah.
Well, we're happy about the whole thing, too. And 3 cheers to you, Mitch, and the Band of the Month for ringing the rafters with that old rafter ringer.
I have dreamed that your arms are lovely. I have dreamed what a joy you'll be. Yes, I have dreamed every word you whisper when you're close to me. How you look in the glow of evening. I have dreamed and enjoyed the view. I've loved you so that by now I think I know what it's like being loved by you. I will love being loved by you.
it's goodbye to Mitchell Ayers, the National Guard Band of the Month, and Connie Francis, our singing star. So long, Mitch, Connie. It's been real great.
Gee, you're not going to cry again, are you, Sergeant?
I'll try, Connie. And next week, it's hello to our new singing star of the month, Bobby Darin, along with Ray Block and his National Guard of the Month Orchestra. So be on hand at the Armory for the big welcome, won't you? Until then, this is Sergeant Jim Collins speaking for all the men in the National Guard, the up-to-the-minute men of today, trained and on call for any emergency.
This is the music of Bob Crosby and the Bobcats. And this is the voice of Connie Francis.
Evening shadows make me blue.
I'm Don Wilson, and we're all here for your National Guard. And now here's our star, Bob Crosby.
Donald, what do you know about mops?
Well, that's more in Lois's department, Bob, but, well, generally speaking, I'd say a mop is sort of a long-handled affair with some coarse yarn or cloth fastened on the end of it. The purpose being
Enough, Donald. Then how would you define a Mississippi mop?
Well, that's very easy, but that's not the name of your opening number, Bob.
It's Mississippi mud. We sure cleaned that one up, or did we? Play, fellas.
Some look for glory, it's still the old story of love versus glory. But when all is said and done, you are nobody till somebody loves you. No, you are nobody till somebody cares. Well, I know you may be the king, and you may possess the world and its gold, but that gold won't bring you happiness when you're growing. Change it just as sure as all the stars shine above. No, you are nobody till somebody loves you. So find yourself somebody to love.
little girl with a big voice, Connie Francis. Connie, we know that record sold over 1 million for you.
Well, thanks to my dad for that hit. It was Dad's idea to do an old song with a beat.
Oh, you couldn't put me in touch with your dad real quick, could you?
Why, Bob, you've sold millions of records. You even had hits way before I was born.
Most of them out in the Marianas. Notice how mature she is for an 8-year-old girl, Don.
Bob, Connie Francis is 21 years old. And you had hit records 21 years ago.
Oh?
Of course, I wouldn't remember them, but I did read about them in a musical history book.
If somebody will bring me my rocking chair and slippers, I'll turn up my hearing aid and listen to Connie sing Lipstick on Your Collar.
When you left me all alone at the record house, told me you were going out for a soda pop. Well, you were gone for quite a while, half an hour or more. You came back and man, oh man, this is what I saw. A lipstick on your collar, I told a tale on you. A lipstick on your collar, said you were untrue. Bet your bottom dollar you and I are through. 'Cause lipstick on your collar, I told a tale on you. You said it belonged to me, made me stop and think. And then I noticed yours was red, mine was baby pink. Who walked in but Mary Jane? Lipstick all a mess. Were you smooching my best friend? Yes, the answer's yes. A lipstick on your collar, I told a tale on you. Lipstick on your collar, said you were untrue. Bet your bottom dollar you and I are through. 'Cause lipstick on your collar, I told a tale on you, boy. I told a tale on you, man. I told a tale on you.
A history-making song in itself, because for the first time in over a decade, a femme singer scored as high as you did, Connie, with that one platter.
And now, Bob, what's the musical word?
Well, I've got 5 of them for you, Mr. Don. This one's called Gotta Be On My Way. Like the whistle of a train or the lights of a plane, I've gotta be on my way. Like a meadowlark in flight or a trumpet at night, I've got my own tune to play. So whatever you do, be tender and true, and pillow my head on your breast. Take the gossamer things life now and then brings, and love will take care of the rest. Yes, there's a whisper in the dawn that keeps calling me on, as much as I'd like to stay. So I thought you ought to know I've got places to go, so I'll be on my merry way. Whisper in the dawn that keeps calling me on, as much as I'd like to stay. So I thought you ought to know I've got places to go, so I'll be on my merry way. Don, we're going to visit an unforgettable spot in our second largest state, Texas.
This unforgettable spot you mentioned wouldn't be the Alamo.
What else?
Bob Crosby on the Alamo. Say, Bob, are you sure that particular song refers to the famous Alamo in Texas?
Well, Don, I don't remember the lyric right now, but if any composer wrote a song about another Alamo, I'm sure he's being hung in effigy throughout Texas.
Those Texans sure are proud people.
And now here's a girl any man would want to defend, Connie Francis.
Are we being attacked, Bob?
Well, there's a small army of fans outside the studio, Connie.
I kind of think we're outnumbered. Maybe we'd better surrender.
Well, not while we have our secret weapon, a song by Connie Francis.
Anything special you want to hear?
Well, let's hit 'em with a really big one. Your MGM hit recording of My Happiness.
Evening shadows make me blue when each weary day is through. Oh, how I long to be with you, my happiness. Every day I reminisce, dreaming of your tender kiss, always thinking how I miss my happiness. 1,000,000 years it seems have gone by since we shared our dreams, but I hold you again, and there'll be no blue memories then, where the skies are gray or blue. Any place on earth will do, just as long
Got another number for us, Bob?
Well, get out with your date book and make a note about our Monday date. Don, let's try the word association test.
I'm ready.
Atlantic,
Ocean.
Mediterranean,
Sea.
Rio Grande,
Rose.
You were supposed to say river.
Not when you're opening the show with Rose of the Rio Grande. Mr. C and the Bobcats. Bob, just who was Rose of the Rio Grande?
Well, I thought you knew, Don. She runs a taco stand for a nearby National Guard camp. But now, here's America's prettiest accordion player, Connie Francis.
Did I ever tell you why I played the accordion up until about 3 years ago, Bob?
Well, there are a lot of things that you haven't told me, Connie.
I'm serious. It's because I was 30 pounds overweight, and with that big accordion in front of me, you could hardly notice.
May I put in my bid for that accordion right now?
Well, I'll think about that, Don, while I'm singing Among My Souvenirs.
There's nothing left for me of days that used to be. They're just a memory among my souvenirs. Some letters tied in blue, a photograph or two. I see a rose from you among my souvenirs. A few more tokens rest within my treasure chest, and though they do their best to give me consolation, I count them all apart, and as the teardrops start, I find a broken heart among my souvenirs.
112 pounds of talent, Connie Francis. Connie, I just can't imagine you ever being overweight. It's like trying to picture Don Wilson in Frank Sinatra's clothes.
But I was, Bob. I was working hard in school and singing, and I just kept eating and eating to have enough energy.
Did you know, Don, that Connie won a 4-year scholarship to New York University?
Excuse me, Bob. I was still thinking about what you said about me and Sinatra's clothing. And it just so happens that I'm wearing something of his right now.
Impossible.
This necktie. This belonged to Frank Sinatra.
Oh, come on now. Touché, Mr. Wilson.
Don, I like you just the way you are.
Well, thank you, Connie. Thank you. And now I'd like to announce that the extremely talented, perceptive, and understanding Connie Francis will sing for us.
Who's sorry now? Who's sorry now? Whose heart is aching for breaking each vow? Who's sad and blue? Who's crying too? Just like I cried over you. Right to the end, you've been just like a friend. I tried to warn you somehow, but you
The #1 girl singer in all major national music polls, and I thank you, Connie Francis.
And now, some very distinctive music. Bob Crosby and the Bobcats, entertaining for our National Guard. Robert? This has been The Bob Crosby Show.
And my thanks to Connie Francis for joining us.